Okay, everyone, so this is my process video for this month's Challenge Yourself Scrapbook Challenge. The theme is black, white, and your favorite color, or in my case, black, white, and one other color. And I chose to do this for this challenge because, as I said in my October haul video, which is live on the channel now if you haven't seen it, I made page kits using up a lot of my stash. And this was one of the page kits that I had put together. I just liked the black and white together, and then the pattern paper that has clouds on it has these sort of craft colored lightning bolts coming out, and I happen to have some craft cardstock and other pieces that were a good color fit for that. And so I just put them all together, and when I was going through my photos and what I needed scrapped, I said, you know what? I think this would be good for these two photos that I have of going to see Spam-A-Lot on Broadway. So one of the pictures is me standing in front of the marquee, and then the other picture is just the view of the city from the train station as we were going into the city. The papers, most of these are from a pattern paper pad. It was like an outdoor camping themed one, and I got it at Joann's before they closed. So it was on clearance. And I'm using the pattern sides that aren't super camping themed because obviously I'm not scrapbooking camping photos. And then the black cardstock, I want to say that was something that was in the big stack of cardstock that I found at a thrift store at the end of August, beginning of September. I think it was the end of August that I found that. Haven't found any other scrapbooking stuff at the thrift store. I have been back since. There were a couple, somebody must have been really into owls and then changed their mind, because there were a couple packs of owl stickers and embellishments. Not really something that I'm into, so I decided not to purchase them. But hopefully those owl stickers and embellishments find a good home. So for this one, I'm on the design team for Challenge Yourself. So basically, if you go to the link that is in the description box, it's going to take you to the Challenge Yourself website, and you're going to see what all the other design team members created, as well as my layout there. And that's just to give you some inspiration for this challenge, so that when you get started, you can kind of see like what other people have done and get an idea. Or, you can do your own thing too. That's always good. The only thing that we ask is that obviously you're doing the theme, which is black, white, and one other color, but also that there's a photo of you somewhere on the page. And I feel like for me, it's getting very hard to find pictures of myself to scrapbook, because most of the pictures I am behind the camera and my daughter's in front of the camera. I'm the one who's taking all the pictures. So I was lucky to have this photo that my husband took of me in front of on the sidewalk. So that's me in this photo. And a couple other things that I'm adding to it. So actually, I think the layout was possibly a Chamel inspired design. I don't really remember, but obviously I've got 3 pattern papers. So one is sort of a plus sign, black plus sign on white. One is what is that pattern? A square pattern, black and white square pattern. And then the other one is the storm clouds, the black clouds on the white, a few little plus signs and some lightning bolts. And I decided to mat the photos on the craft cardstock. So that's where the craft from the lightning bolts is being carried over behind the photos as the matting. And I did tear the cloud paper just because I think I love the way that looks. I don't do it as often as I would like to on layouts, but I do like the way it looks. And then the other 2 papers are just, were regularly cut with my paper cutter. So some of the other pieces that I pulled from my stash for this, I have these 2 stickers that say like it, love it. They're in black and white. I want to say that's from a Vicky Bouton sticker sheet. And then I have a couple enamel dots that are sort of like a darker craft, but they were close enough. I'm adding those in, and I think, I can't remember who made them. I want to say it was maybe like a Paige Evans, something like that. But again, I think those I purchased on clearance at Joann's, so it's been a while. And then I have several stickers from A Simple Stories sticker book. They're paper stickers, which I'm not always fond of because they do tear quite easily. But I have one that's a little tab. I'm going to put the date that these photos were taken on that one. I actually have two tabs. One's going to be at the top and one's going to be in the cluster that it looks like I might be working on right now. So I just stuck down another little circular craft sticker. That's another one of the Simple Stories. And then I also have a camera sticker that I cut out from, it was part of a journaling square, but the journaling square itself had red on it. And I had pulled it for this because this page kit originally, the intention was not to keep it black, white, and craft. So I thought, well, the red will be fine. But when I sat down to work on this and I was using it for this challenge, I said, I can't have red on here. So I cut that part of it off and just kept the camera. And I'm going to pop it up on some foam sticker, some foam tape, just to give a little bit more dimension. And what I like about this is that it's such a simple design, especially whether you have two photos or not. I mean, you could turn this over and do two horizontal photos, just flip the design. Or you could do one horizontal photo. You could do one vertical photo. You could really make it work with whatever. If you have more photos, you could do a grid of 4, like horizontal 3x4 photos. The main thing is that if you can just get like the background complete, then all you have to do is mat the photos and put them down somewhere that you like. So anyway, you don't have to use this design when you're doing your layout, but I do hope that you make a layout and that you enter it at the Challenge Yourself blog, which again is linked in the description box below. There's always a prize for the winner. I think they always do like a top 3 or a top 4s, or I think they maybe do like a top 3 and then there's a random prize drawn winner. I should know, I'm on the design team, but I didn't participate all summer, so I'm a little rusty on the rules and everything. But if you go to the Challenge Yourself blog, you'll be able to see all the rules on how to enter and get some more inspiration from the design team. So I'm adding in a couple more of those enamel dots. The ones up at the top are like 2 scallops and a circle. And then I have 3 hearts on the bottom cluster. I normally like my enamel dots or my enamel shapes to be like all the same thing, pretty like consistent on the layout. But I just didn't have enough all circles to make these 2 clusters all circles, or didn't have enough all hearts. And that's okay. I'm trying to use up pieces from my stash. And so if I can get them down, then I can get them down. Now the title for this, I'm doing the journaling right now with a white pen. The titling for this is some Simple Stories alpha stickers that spell out Broadway. And then I had an American Crafts sticker phrase sheet with the word vibes on it. So I decided to combine those and make Broadway vibes. And I have a couple other pieces where that craft circle is. There's a black X or plus sign that was also from the American Craft sticker sheet. And I thought that went well with the plus signs on the pattern paper. And then there's sort of like a yellowy, it's really more yellowy than craft. But it was another American Crafts sticker sheet thing, and I just threw it on there because I needed a third piece for that embellishment cluster. Then I'm also adding in some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Lost Shadow splatters. It looks so cool against the black because it's more of like a shiny gray color, a little bit silvery too when I look at it against the pattern papers. So I'm just adding that on for some shimmer and shine to add a little bit of extra dimension to the layout. And then that's pretty much it. So here are some close-ups. I hope that this inspires you to scrapbook, whether or not you're going to do the Challenge Yourself challenge, so I hope you will. And I also hope that you subscribe to the channel and follow me on social media for more scrapbooking and crafting. Bye.